Hey guys, and welcome to our updates on September 5th, 2023. So, starting off with our satellite imagery, we can see that we've got extensive clear skies to our east from the UK and France all the way towards the Baltic Sea and Ukraine. Now, to our west, though, we've got this area of low pressure and instability with these clouds here, like these storm clouds to our west, also to our southwest, and these will gradually just move closer towards us. And this is because the areas are coming up from the south and southeast, so it's more humid now, and the warm temperatures will encourage some storms to form. Now, these storms are going to be quite scattered in nature. Not everywhere will see them, but if they hit, torrential rain, possibly hail, and lightning. The winds currently are starting to back in towards the south now, especially on the south coast. Northern areas are still in an easterly flow, but winds will gradually back southerly as we go towards the end of the week. This is the UKV forecast. So today we saw cloud and sunshine. The cloud was mainly high based, meaning that sunshine did poke through. We did see some pretty active thunderstorms off the west coast around 5 to 8 p.m. And a few were over West Galway, West Mayo earlier as well. But those have cleared off, and tonight we'll see a clear night, especially for the Midlands and North. Though in the south, high clouds will come through, and also some sea fog may form in the south and also on the east coast as well by morning. So that sea fog will burn back towards the coast tomorrow morning quite readily in the sun, and we should see some showers moving in towards Munster by late morning. Those should be too thundery, though some heavy ones are possible. And into the afternoon, those die out, and by about 5 p.m., we're into a balmy evening with warm and humid sunshine and some wispy clouds. Now into Wednesday night, we start seeing a batch of thunderstorms forming around Cornwall, moving northwards into the Celtic Sea. Also, a few thunder showers off the northwest coast. We go forward into the early hours of Thursday morning, and some thundery showers form quite widely through Wales and the Celtic Sea, and they move northwards towards the southeast of Ireland. Some really intense ones there by 5 a.m. Thursday, and they move northwards over Wexford, Wicklow, Dublin Thursday morning. So more intense storms by mid morning Thursday, but these storms are mainly offshore, though they could graze the coast of Wicklow on this run. Now, of course, these storms are changing shape and position with each UKV run, so don't take this too literally. I'm just telling you what this run says. Tomorrow's run could look completely different. Now those storms gradually die out off the coast into tomorrow afternoon and the evening, and it's mainly dry by tomorrow evening. Also, do note that yesterday's run did show some thunderstorms close to the west coast, but they've gone well offshore, like there. So it's really uncertain where these storms will hit. But there will be some storms around, quite scattered, but a few areas like Thursday morning in the east and southeast will be more concentrated, and we get a cluster. We go into Friday morning, and a cluster forms overnight Thursday to Friday in the Midlands there. So big storms forming into Friday, a cluster there, and they die off into Friday morning. Some sea fog may creep in towards the south coast on Friday afternoon, but otherwise a beautiful day with warm sunshine. Again, a few storms could break out in Ulster Friday evening, some showers there, and a few on the west coast into Saturday morning. Saturday sees convection and scattered downpours around. Again, thunderstorms possible. And Saturday nights, we see further storms forming in the Celtic Sea and they move northwards into Sunday morning. Again, a cluster, especially for the Midlands, south, and possibly towards the east of Ulster as well. And into Sunday morning, we see a cluster forming from Belfast down towards Kerry. So quite scattered, but some clusters will form, and these clusters are very much unpredictable. They're really erratic. So do keep in touch with the radar. The radar in this situation is your best friend because these runs do keep chopping and changing run to run, despite being only 36 hours away from the first batch of thunderstorms. Um, this is the UKV temperature forecast. So today was a very warm day, coolest over Donegal, Mayo, Galway. Temperatures there in the high teens, but elsewhere 20 to 25, 20 to 25 or 26. Oh, sorry about that. I was thinking at Sunday's values. I thought something looked strange. Okay, that's better. So Tuesday's afternoon values, coolest in the east and south, 20 to 22 degrees, but inland 23 to 25, warmest in the South Midlands and north. Going off into tonight, temperatures lower to lows around the mid-teens in Ulster, in South Ulster, Leinster, and East Connacht. Elsewhere, and especially on the coasts, the higher teens. We go off into tomorrow, and temperatures rise as usual. Coolest on the south coast, where sea fog may linger, so about 20 degrees, but inland 21 to 26 degrees. Warmest in Dublin, also towards the west as well. We go off into the early hours of Thursday, and temperatures drop off. Um, quite strangely enough, quite strangely really. So widely 16 to 19 degrees, coolest in the Midlands and northeast, warmest in the east and southeast, also on the western and northern coasts. It's a bit strange this pattern. I move into Thursday afternoon. Temperatures rise again. Also, I should note the very hot temperatures over the UK above 30 degrees every day from now till Sunday, basically. Um, Thursday though, coolest in the east, where the storms are close, 20 to 22 degrees, but elsewhere 22 to 26 or 22 to 26 or 27, warmest in the west. Thursday nights sees lowest temperatures 16 to 20, 16 to 19 degrees, coolest inlands over Donegal and over down Armagh and Belfast, I don't know. Going off into Friday afternoon, highest temperatures, I think the coastal areas are now warming up, even in the east and south, so 21 to 27. Well, I say warming up, even though it will be warm anyway, but warmer than it will be over tomorrow and Thursday. Um, Friday will be warmer compared to tomorrow and Thursday in these occasions. There we go. So widely 21 to 27 degrees, warmest in the South Midlands. Into Saturday morning, lowest temperatures of 15 to 19, coolest in the east, warmest in the west. When I say cool, it's not even cool, it's really warm. Into Friday, in Saturday afternoon, coolest now in the west and northwest. So there, 18 to 21, but elsewhere, 22 to 25, 26 degrees. Again, warmest there in the east and south. You go off into Saturday night, Sunday morning. Lowest temperatures 15 to 17 or 18 degrees. Coolest over Donegal, down into Fermanagh, Tyrone, sort of area, Leitrim, Mayo, Sligo, and warmer further south and east in the high teens. Sunday afternoon sees temperatures rising 20 to 24 degrees, or higher than that over parts of Wexford. So a very warm week to come, warm and humid with a few storms. The NAO is currently looking positive. It will stay positive into the rest of the first half of the month, but by mid-month it drops into it drops into it drops into negative territory. There we go. Got it out in the end. So sorry about that, guys. So it does suggest that the azure sky will weaken and things will go wetter and cooler. So this is the GFS 12 to run. Get rid of this. No one wants that. Sorry, guys. And we can see that we currently got they've got this big area of high to our east, low to the west, steering the wind in from the southeast, so warm, humid, and thundery. This pattern continues towards the weekend, but the low pressure to the north does start to try and infiltrate, weakly so, but it is a success and does draw in a cooler and showery wind from the northwest briefly before by mid-month the high returns to our east, drawing the wind in from the east and southeast, so warm and dry again. And the high stays there really until the 18th, when the pressure does come in again, and we go quite cool there by 19th. In that northerly wind, we keep going, and the high comes back into the 21st, putting in that easterly wind. So this run shows quite a lot of high pressure around. The ECM, so the southerly winds over the next few days, warm, humid, and thundery. Great detail of that just now. We head off into the weekends, and pressure does weaken there from the north. And by next week, we pull in the wind from the northwest, so quite cool and showery then. The high comes back, but to our southwest, and that maintains the westerly theme. So the high comes back, it dries out, yes, but it's a much cooler version of dry. We keep going, and the high pressure strengthens to our south. Warming up by here, because the high is now centered towards the east, drawing the wind in from the southeast. So even after this is done, we may not be out of summer yet, guys, because that looks very warm. So we know what's happening. Warm and humid, high to the east, low to the west. Fair weather, but also with a few storms popping up in response to the warmth. And humidity. Into the weekend, we do see that the pressure weakens and a trough drops through from the north, and by the 12th of the month, we're properly cool and showery with northerly winds. So that'll be a big shock to the system. This is the GEM. Southerly winds, hot, warm, humid, hot even, especially in the Midlands. We go into the weekends, same story. The trough moves in from the north, northerly winds briefly, but the high tries to come back but fails on this run, and we just keep it cool and wet with northerly winds around mid-month. Now that would really that would really offset this very warm first 10 days of the month if that were to come off. So this is the icon run. So we know what's happening up until the weekends. The weekends shows the low coming in, succeeds in doing so, and I think that by the 13th, the high is coming back, but in a cooler air mass. Upper temperatures are a lot cooler. Look at that. Really cool upper temperatures there by the 13th. The arpege. Look at this. So we'll try and go as far as we can into the breakdown, but the arpege hasn't got there yet. But it does get to the point where the pressure does start to weaken. So for now we're done. So it does look as though this spell of weather will break down at the weekend, but how long will it last for? That's the question. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.